Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you a little megabuild project, you could call it, that I've been working on for a while now. Well, this is where you spawn. You start here. This is the temple. And hold on, I'm going to be showing you a little 360. Of course, I'm using Axiom mod. Very nice mod for building. It helped me speed up this project by a ton. So the first floor isn't really that interesting except for this beacon that gives you some resistance. Other than that, you have these stairs that you can climb. And once you do, you go to the second floor, which is the library, which I'm going to be showing now. It's a following an abandoned theme, sort of. These are made using the Axiom mod, display entities, this dragon egg, and this beacon. Sort of made to look like relics. Anyway, other than that, they have some books, some shelves, and not much else in this building. This building isn't really that interesting. Um, because it's not really supposed to give you anything, or it's just not that interesting. All it shows you is that it's an abandoned library, and this is where you spawn. I was hoping like not to provide too many resources to anyone who spawns here. I don't think books would be that useful to anyone who immediately spawns in this world. Other than that, you have some writing here. I forgot what I wrote here, but it definitely is supposed to translate into something, hieroglyphics or whatever. You have some arches to, spice up the design. Over here, this is just like sort of a centerpiece to just complete the beacon. And that's that. After you explore the temple, the player's supposed to follow this path. I am not that happy with the gradient, but it will do. It will do. I don't really know what to use for the gradient. I'm pretty new to using this mod. So I'm gonna speed things up by just flying. This whole thing area is just an ice one. There's a distant village over there, but that's not part of the build. Anyway, you walk out over here, and now you have about 3 points of interest. You have a little town, a kingdom, and a wizard tower. It's supposed to look like it's scratched and, tampered with. Anywho, let's first go to the wizard tower. You have this little valley over here that reveals the location of this wizard tower. This is where the path also changes to be the wizard tower path. And this is in the swamp, and here we go, here's the entrance. You have again some display entities, which are supposed to resemble heads on pikes. Some very nice gardening here, a bush, some trees, and here we go, first floor. This is a little storage room. Not much going on here, just a couple of empty pots. Some like skeletons. I didn't make a closet to put these skeletons in. That was gonna be pretty funny, but I did not do it. I just put some skeletons here. Sadly, in Java, you can't put swords on armor stands. I tried so hard to change that. Apparently, you have to use mods to do that, which I'm not willing to do. Going into the second floor here. This floor is just supposed to be a little indoor garden. Just some potted plants outside the balcony. Some exclusive rare plants over here. And just potted plants all around. This is a pot. And yeah, some hanging vines. And that's that. That's the whole floor. Some very cozy carpets here. Third floor now. You have this very chaotic and messy library. I'm really happy with this one. It's supposed to be a oh, let me actually. That's kind of off-centered. There you go. Anyway, this is a little statue, a couple of interesting collectible items like some discs in their chest, some ores. You know, it's just supposed to mimic like a collection room or a library. Some cats, you know. And I tried to go for the blacker variants, and that's that. That's the whole room. Then over here you have a little watchtower, which is also a bedroom. Nice timing there. Also a watchtower again, as I said. Spyglass, give me that. To spy on the local villagers that you're gonna turn into soup. Anyway. Some heads to complete the look. No idea why I put these here. Just to fill up a wall, I guess. This is the final floor. You have the villagers that we are turning into soup, as I just mentioned. I like this idea. Very nice idea. It's very... You know, I just thought about it. What was skulk sensors into... And you just make it a tad smaller and shove it into a cauldron. One thing I really got bothered about is that you can't color cauldrons, like the water inside the cauldron, in Java, which just sucks. Again, you have some potion ingredients because this is where, you know, you make the potions. Some skeletons, a fish wall mount. You have some ovens to bake heads or whatever. Brooming stands. Some interesting items here. You know, this is where you write your recipes. And that's the whole wizard tower, except it's not the whole wizard tower actually. You see, we have this, and we basically saw this whole area, right? We have this secret room. I'm not gonna... I'm gonna let you decide what this is supposed to be. And over here you just have some geodes growing. Amethyst geodes. And that's that. That's the whole wizard tower. It took me a while, less than a day I think, to complete. Tried to put as many details as I could. And that's that. That's the whole area. Not much going in the swamp, but I will add more things in the swamp later. Now going back to the path, the village path here, we can see that there are some distant windmills there. This town, Oatshire here, took me a long time to make. Like, that's not safe. That is not safe at all. Anywho, as we saw, we now explore the temple and the wizard tower. This area took the longest of any other area in this entire build. As you can see, some windmills are moving. This is from the use of create mod. Very nice mod. You can see that. Very nice. And you have a cartographer tower there, which we're gonna explore. But for now, let's go and check in some of the houses. This is the villager's house. You just have some... Well, this house doesn't have any books for some reason, but some books, a table, lanterns, just a bed, a little nice chair that you can... a couch that you can sit on and look outside, cozy campfires and chests. Not much going on in this house. Each house I tried to make a little different. For example, this house has a little shed sticking out. Oh, hey. This this is the local villager. And oh yeah, there are the books I was talking about. A lectern. Each house I try to make as different as possible. And you have another house with a shed. Let me just give you a little 360 of the whole town actually. And that is the whole town. It doesn't look like much, but every part of this is detailed to the last, last detail. Some houses have different flowers, different pots, different books, different blocks set inside. Let me see this. Yeah, for example, this house doesn't have a shed, has different flowers. Try to put as many details. This bridge over here connects the this area to that one, and you have actually let me just go here for a moment. Some wheat fields. I did not decorate the inside of the windmills. I felt too lazy. This is the windmill though. Close up of that. This is how the windmill moves. You can hear it too. There you go. Anyway, and by the way, this is functional. Like you actually move. It's a very cool mod. Try create mod if you didn't. It's very fun. Anyway, as I said, nothing inside at all. And yeah, that's that. And then over here, you have a little marketplace. Each market has its own little thing, like some baked goods here, as you can see, a cake. Take a bite out of that. Some hay bales, a meat shop or a butcher, and a fisherman. Got the bodyguards over here, a local villager. Not to interrupt. Give me a little kiss. Anywho, a little scarecrow over here. And I'm gonna go to that cartographer tower in a moment, just to explore the rest of the town. Over here you have a little Fletcher's area, some arrows sticking in, and by the way, this does not appear in survival. The little squares. You see these that appear in creative? Those don't appear in survival, which is very nice. I don't like the way those look. Anyway, some bows, you know, all that. And over here you have a blacksmith that I did really fast. I did not put a lot of effort in this. You have a little coal pile over here, a block of gold being melted into lava, a little weight to hold the gold down. Excuse me. Anyway, a sword, you know, a little piece of coal, smithing table, some different ores and armors showcased. And there are 3 villagers here. One is on the grindstone, the other on blacksmith, and I think, yeah, the smithing table. 3 different villagers. Over here. Ah yes, this is one of the houses with 2 stories actually. Little storage room. And that's that. Over here you have a little horse stable. Very nice. Each horse has its different, you know, name. I don't know horse breeds at all. I just made up whatever and searched Google for these names. A little, you know, area for the horse stable keeper. Anywho, over here you have this little wagon that's going into this path that goes to the kingdom, which I'm gonna show in a minute. This wagon, yeah, and it has the banners of the kingdom, which is the banner of a dragon. That's the banner for the kingdom. Anyway, And now let me just show you the cartographer's tower. There's no real way to get into the cartographer tower. You're supposed to go by boat, but you could just swim. Anyway. And now we made it inside. The first floor doesn't really have anything at all going inside. I actually forgot to decorate this, which is funny. Yeah, I apparently forgot to decorate a lot of this actually. Wow. Guess I was sleepy. Anyway, this area is just supposed to, show you that there are multiple different directions this cartographer tower is storing. Multiple compasses, each one going out into a different direction. Over here, you have the central lodestone of the whole tower. This is supposed to mimic the magnetic pull that it pulls. All of these are set to this lodestone over here, and this is the final floor, I think. No, it's not. Anyway, little storage area. Nothing crazy at all, just a little view of the whole town. Oh no, nice. This actually looks very nice, huh? Anyway, hold on, I'm gonna screenshot that. There you go. Anyway, going into the final floor now. And this is the gigantic telescope that's outside. It's supposed to mimic like the viewing area. Like you just peep your eye in there. Over here you have the map of the whole area, the whole village. And it shows here. It doesn't show the path to the kingdom because at the time I didn't do the path to the kingdom yet. Some cartographer tables, lots of gold. And that's the whole cartographer tower. I will decorate it more later on. Just mostly worked on the exterior, not the interior. That's the whole town. And now we go into the path for the kingdom. This is a long path. It spans for maybe 200 blocks, 300 blocks. Let me just speed through it. As you can see, it's much bigger. Uses stone instead of combustible items. And here we go. The kingdom is not finished at all. It's mid building, as you can see from all the different walls. Boom. The whole point of this area was supposed to be like a dock that connects, the whole ship system to the kingdom. Maybe I build a bridge instead. I don't know. Anyway, this is the very entrance of the kingdom. It's not that big. It's just an entrance. As you can see, the banners and gigantic versions of the banner. This is the gate. And as you can see, not completed at all. All I have done for now is actually let me just keep it on day. And as you can see, all I've done is just the walls. I've been working on these for all day today. This is the whole kingdom. And the idea is big path going down the middle, connecting to the middle castle. And you have a little mine shaft that I'm gonna work on later here. A little mine shaft that I'm gonna connect to the whole kingdom. Some assets just floating around. Of course, everything in this world is made by me. The mod just speeds up some annoying whole interactions. Either way, walking down this path is actually very soothing. Look at this. It's just very nice. I'm probably gonna add watchtowers in the future, which I hope you guys are looking forward to that. And yeah, that's the whole build for now. I don't think there's anything else to show, but as you can see, the walls are pretty detailed. I tried to add many details but not be too overkill. Either way, that's the whole build, as you can see. And that is what I've done so far. All of this was done in maybe a week, I think. And of course, I was procrastinating the whole time. So this isn't really a week. Like I don't know how much it is in hours, but it took a while. It definitely took a while. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon once I've done the rest of this, and maybe I'll even post other games. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Bye.